This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and it is Thanksgiving. Welcome to my desk and happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Today is Thursday, November 27th. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. So I have a little bit of a thrift haul, a small one to show you, and a small Hobby Lobby haul. And I'm working on wax seals, and I'm working on cleaning my studio. So I found some papers. I thought I would fold these and get them ready to put in a journal. So I'm just going to do some art this morning. So happy Thanksgiving from Fib Diggity. So let me get up, set up here a little. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're going to have a good day today. That you're well and safe and warm. And let me get over here to my live stream. Hello, hello. Tried to take a thumbnail this morning. My camera wouldn't do it. I don't know. And there is Teresa. Good morning, Miss Teresa. Welcome in and happy Thanksgiving to you. And there's Arlene. Hi, Arlene. Happy Thanksgiving. You're going to hear a happy Thanksgiving a lot today. This almost looks like a basketball, doesn't it? I believe these are dyed papers. I think these are some that came from Erin. That just looks like Erin's work. Probably some older ones that I have around. Happy Thanksgiving. So how are you spending your Thanksgiving today? Let's see, let's put Penelope back on her throne over here. And this is a pretty one. Let's hold that off. I'm just going to get these off my desk. I have some wax seals that I've been working on. I got a paper clip on these. I have some wax seals that I've been working on. I did go to Hobby Lobby and get some wax seal things that I wanted. I wanted some more pellets. I got some of those. I got a smaller silicone little round, I'll show it to you, to put, and I think the one I had was more for resin than for wax seals. So what are you all up to today? Teresa says she's alone. Well, you're never alone, Teresa, and you know that. You know that. And for anybody else that's spending Thanksgiving alone today and kind of feeling, well, out of sorts, is that a good way to put it? Hop online. Find some art lives. I'm sure there's going to be some on today during the day. I think Paint Girly is coming on later today. I think after me. I think she streams after me. And I don't know who's going to be on this afternoon, but don't talk yourself into feeling down. And make a list. Be thankful. Yeah, I had to mentally prepare my attitude this morning. I recited Psalms 100. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord. Come before his presence with singing. Know that the Lord is God, is he who made us and not we ourselves. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. So if you're Christian, if you're not, well, you have that choice. I'm not going to try to convert you on my channel this morning, but let me tell you, it's a good life. There's troubles with it, yep, but in the long run, it's a good life. And I'm sure that those of you that are in here or listening probably agree. So I won't preach anymore. I just want to say, be grateful for what you have. What am I grateful for today? I am grateful for you. I'm grateful for my viewers. I'm grateful for my channel. I get a little frustrated. I was a little frustrated yesterday. I was trying to do a Fib Diggity Thanksgiving, and I worked up got another set here. I worked up a nice Thanksgiving photo, and that took a long time. It was not cooperating with me. And I'm going, there's nothing wrong with this photo. There's nothing in this photo that should be rejected. But boy, they said, we can't make videos like that. And it was all adults sitting around a table Thanksgiving. I posted it on my post tab if you want to look at it. It won't make a video. So I'm a little frustrated, and I was frustrated last night by it, and I finally just quit. And this morning I tried again, and I said, I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm just going to post it on my post tab. So happy Thanksgiving from Fib Diggity. I'm sure they'll get it all straightened out. It's still under development. The AI guy. Oh, I got an ad. Arlene says, hi, Mary. Hi, Teresa. Good morning, Arlene. Alone. You have a turkey cooking. Oh, well, see? Turkey. Gobble, gobble, gobble. We're going out for dinner. And I chuckle. You guys, I've never been to a casino. And although I won't be in the gambling part, they're going to have a Thanksgiving buffet, I guess, or a dinner up above on the second floor, she said. So that's where we're spending it. The thing of it is, we're spending it with my brother's son and his family, and you know, it's the family we have, and that's what's important. That's what's important. It doesn't have to be, you know, spend it with your family. All right, so these are folded, except for those circle ones. Oops, I got some wax seals I was working on. I'm going to do a little of that today, but not right away. Hopefully I'll get to it. Let's go ahead and fold these. Since they're here, I'll put this one. This one's got a... When my hands are going... My tablet's getting old. But if I look at my screen, my hands are going 5x speed. I guess I'll just leave it like that for now. This is a pretty one. And I think I have a clip here, a tie. And I've been sorting. I got the living room mostly cleared out so we can put up our tree. I want a nice Christmas this year. Well, if I put it this way, it's not going to work. I will just put it under some boxes here. That's the solution. Found some steam and seam. I got those hankies at Facebook Marketplace the other day. I don't know if I want to use that on this or not. Okay, so now we're down to the seals. I'm going to put these in my holiday journal. And these are wax seals that I've been working on. And there's several of them sitting around here that I've been experimenting with. It's not wax seal. I'm just going to put these in a bundle. Oh, there's some more under here. And I can't find the little tree that I carved. I might carve another tree. Is this it? No, that's my tatting ring. that's okay, because I wasn't completely happy with it anyway. I'm going to move these off my desk for a minute. Oh, and this one. We'll leave that there. Okay. And of course things fall. Now I don't know where it fell to. So I'm not running over it. That's the important thing. All right. I want to show you a little bit of the haul that I got. My brother had a doctor appointment, and I wanted this is not it, but I wanted a pan that I could melt wax in, and I found this tin. It's kind of a pilgrimy Thanksgiving theme with the ship and the men getting in the boat, and it's got some angels around it. But it's just, I got some spoons, some tablespoons. I dug them out of the silverware, and I thought I could melt wax in them. See, they got nice handles to them. So I'm going to try that. I don't know how it'll work. It should work when you compare. So I got those, and then I'll be putting stuff in here. I love these tins. I'm a sucker for these tins. So I'm going to set that aside. That was a purchase. And I didn't get a whole lot, but I got a little. I'm trying to cut down on how much I buy. I got a sack. I got some Santa Clauses. This Goodwill was a little bit more expensive. I don't usually shop at this Goodwill. But these, I couldn't resist these old Santa Clauses. I like to get a Santa Claus every year. And what's in here? Oh, and look. I saw a lady do a DIY of a clear teapot. And I thought, I don't have one. And lo and behold, I found a clear teapot. And I think that's all that's in this bag. Is that all that's in this bag? Yes. Let me throw the paper away. And let's see, I think I spent, well, these Santa Clauses were a little bit more expensive. I spent $36. I bought that tin, these two Santa Clauses, the teapot. I'm not done. Throw this away. Got a nice bag, cloth bag. And I'll be taking these out in the other room. I thought, now, the lady that I was watching, she put a candle in her teapot. I think I'll leave the tape on there for now. But I don't think I will, because I'm afraid the soot will get it all dirty. I paid $4.50 for my little clear teapot here. But I think it's so cute. I think what I'll do is, for Christmas, put some Christmas in there. And as I was sorting, I found a little string of Tim Holtz tiny lights. I thought I would put those in there. Put it out in the living room. So there's that. And this Santa Claus cost me, did she take the tag off of it? I think these were like $6.50. They were pretty expensive. This one, yeah, this one was $6.50, the red one. And I imagine this one was too. I don't see a tag on him. So I got me a couple Santa Clauses. I like to get Becky, Aunt Beck, rubbed off on me with the Santa Claus collection. And every year I like to add to my Santa Clauses. And I tell you, nice ones are getting harder and harder to find. but these will go out in the other room. Well, now today is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. But we're going to be decorating. I'm going to bring the tree down and do some decorating here. Let's get the other bag out. Here's the, I didn't get much more. Hold on. I got to turn my chair. I got this pot. The other day I bought a larger pot to hold the water. I'm going to make a double boiler to melt wax in, and I wanted a pan that I could pour the wax from. Get the tape of it off of it here. This is a nice one, I have to tell you. This cost me $4.50. I guess it's worth $4.50. See if I can pull this off. No, it's not gonna. I'll probably have to put this under hot water. Gooey tag. But I'm just going to melt wax in this. And it'll fit in my larger. It will fit in my larger. And I wanted one that I didn't have to worry about the residue of wax being in there if I didn't want it. So that'll go out in the, that'll go out, not in the kitchen, it'll go out with my other pot that's out in the back porch. Let me put it aside here. Then the only other thing I got, I couldn't resist, you guys. I certainly don't need any more books. But it was a set of 3 Christmas. Let's see, this is volume 2, volume 3, and this is volume 1. The story of Christmas, the pageantry of Christmas, and the merriment of Christmas. And it's the life books of Christmas. I got the whole set here. And I don't know if I'm going to cut them up or not. I found some more Christmas books as I was sorting and cleaning. Ooh, but some of these are cool. Look at these. I don't know if you can see them or not, but those would be good in my little journal. Yes, they would. The prophets, the prophecies. Oh, this is a cool book. It's got a lot of cool illustrations in it. This is more photography here, but music, the Annunciation. Yeah, a lot of the Renaissance art was very religious oriented. The exotic or common, all things speak of Jesus. The great angel Gabriel. Sculpture. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. Mother Mary and baby Jesus. I'm sure she did not spend her time in a beautiful cathedral. She was riding on a donkey. Gave birth in a stable. The Rocking Carol. Aww. I am liking this book. I'm loving the illustrations. So I probably will as much as I enjoy the book, I probably will. Ooh, look at this. Oh, I love this. How it's partitioned off. Christ's life, a gift to the world. I probably will cut these up. We'll see. Let's look at the next one. Hold on. What do I have in here? My Hobby Lobby haul. The pageantry of Christmas. I'm just gonna... Ooh, these are cool pictures. A Victorian Christmas. Black and whites. I'll have to take these and look at them more. But I'm sure I will probably be disassembling these. These will make nice art journals. The covers will. They're a nice size. Not that I need another art journal at the moment, but you never know. And this is the merriment of Christmas. Christmas time of magic. Postcard in there for advertisement. Pudding pie and a French confection. Some cool pictures in here. I did watch Dee Dee yesterday, and she is going to do, guess it's a December daily. There was a project that she's going to work on, and I ordered the book from Amazon. She gave a link, and I ordered it. I'm going to try to work along with her. That's my thrift haul. Those books were the end of it. Let me come out and welcome you all in. I ordered it. I'm going to try to work along with Dee Dee on the... she's going to do the first 25 pages as December daily, and then the rest of the pages she's going to work on throughout the year. So I want to start following you guys more next year. These are some things I'm going to put in my... These are Tim Holtz that I put wax seals on. I'm going to put those in my holiday journal. I have some wax seals that fell out of the bag, and I got me a new baggie here. Where's my new baggie? Right. Well, I had a new baggie. Let's get all the seals out. They all fell out of the baggie. I'm making a mess over here on this side of my desk. Hold on a second. They're being stubborn or hiding from me. So whatever you're doing today, take some time. Think of the things you're grateful for. Be a little thankful. Just, if you can't do the big thank yous, do the little thank yous. Just say, I like to, the older I get, the more health issues I face. I said, I'm just going to go, I'm going to have to lift this up a little. I'm going to go through my body and be thankful for parts of my body. So I go, thank you for my eyes. Thank you for my kidneys. Thank you for my toes. Thank you for my teeth. Thank you for my... every now and then I get a kind of a hitch in my hip, and I go, thank you for my hip. And I think I got a touch of neuropathy, and I say, thank you for my feet. Thank you, I can still walk. I'm not in a wheelchair. There's always something. What is this? on a string. I'm trying to get all these little wax seals. They fell out of my package and they're all over the place over here. Did I get them all? Is that my tree? No, that's my... I'm going to carve me a new tree. Honestly. Here's my tree. I guess I'm going to try to make this tree a little bit, the branches a little bit deeper. Okay, I think I got them. I want to put these in a baggie here. So, and it just puts me, by going through the parts of my body, especially when I'm having issues, it puts me in a more of a grateful mood. I'm a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more at peace, I think, if that's the right way to put it. Candles. Got a black one there, but I'm going to leave it in there. So you might try that just to see. Well, Meri did it. Maybe it'll give me a little more peace. Now, where was that baggie? Right here. I'm going to dump these out. I got my heat gun too close to this bag. And it melted the plastic. So I'm going to stream this morning. I've got to do a load of wash before we leave. And that's an earring. Then we'll be gone for Thanksgiving meal out. I don't think we'll be gone a terrible long time today. We'll go and have our meal and they'll want to go play. So we'll probably turn around, come home. There won't be any shopping to do because all the stores will be closed. But I've done my shopping. I don't need to do any more. And then tomorrow, which is Black Friday, I'm going to bring the tree down. I'm going to need to vacuum and dust in the living room and the dining room. I'm going to bring the tree down. I don't like to vacuum the floor until after my brother gets the tree put up because the tree, even though it's an artificial tree, it still loses. He had pine cones on it and it loses its, what did Beth call them? On the little sides of the pine cone, it loses those and it still gets messy on the floor. There we go. Now, I'm settled. Let me come out and look at chat. Oh, there's a Jacqueline in here. Jacqueline, are you streaming tomorrow? Are you selling tomorrow? Let's see what she says. Are you selling tomorrow on Black Friday? Arlene is here. She says, hi, Pink Girly. Hi, Lori. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in. Lori, I think are you streaming at 9 o'clock? Your time? My time? Are you streaming this morning? Jacqueline says she is selling tomorrow. Well, if you put a link in to your channel or to your cell, whichever you have ready, be sure and put some regular text in there. It's easier for me to pin it. I will pin it. So Jacqueline usually sells at 4 p.m. Eastern on Friday afternoons. Angie says, I'm thankful for my family, for crafting and making my bowls. I'm thankful for Jacqueline for selling them and for me and my craft family. Aww. Yeah, Angie bowls. Angie, I have your bowls filled. The little one's not filled, but he's on top of all the other stuff. My desk just fills up, but here's my Angie bowl. I took my scissors out of it. My one that I keep the pens and pencils in. What's this? Trash. And then I keep this the little one in there because I'm training myself to put the pen lids in there when I use a pen. But this one, you can see how wide it is because this is a larger pair of scissors. And I won this one in the offer up. And then I've got a round medium one that I'm not even going to attempt to open up because it's full of stuff over here. It's got glue sticks and what's this? I think, oh, these are, I could put seals on those. All right. Anyway, let me finish looking at chat here. Let's get Penelope out here to keep us company. Let me pin Jacqueline's message here. There we go. Angie said something. I don't think I can show it. Would somebody, one of the mods show Angie's message? Oh, it says another mod handled this. Thank you, guys. Let me reset my chat anyway. Chat. I am slowly getting all my boxes sorted out, and I've got them all out of the living room, and I've got them all, mostly all out of the dining room. Most of them, not all of them. Now I've been bringing things back in here, and I've got to clean up, but it's a lot more sorted. So I've been working on that, finding stuff that. Hi, Kitty Jen. Happy Thanksgiving. You made more of those little ones? Those little ones are I might buy a couple more, Angie, because they are so convenient to put little things in. You know, here I've got all these little earrings. Well, I've got the little erasers over here, but I've got these little pieces of jewelry that I pulled out to test with the wax seals. And they're just sitting over here, falling on. And then I've got my wax seals over there. But see, they're convenient for little tray things. Now I'll have to set these up over here. So I might get to a couple more of those. Are you selling them tomorrow? Oh, she said she was going back to sleep. No idea why they held that comment. It makes no sense. I don't know. Thank you for handling it, Arlene. She says, I made more of the little ones. Is that the one it held? I don't know. It seems like YouTube does some things that I was talking back to it yesterday. I'm not even going to go into my tirade. It was frustrating me yesterday. Here's a paper clip. A couple of paper clips can go in that little. Oh, and then I knocked it over and spilled all my littles here. I just was clumsy. There we go. Probably could go to a little bit larger one for that stuff, but I usually use those to put my pen caps in because I've got black pens and a black top, and I lose my pen caps. Arlene says, I'm convinced that YouTube AI is modeled after sugared up toddlers. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. It does some weird stuff, doesn't it? And I imagine it's because they're still experimenting with this stuff. It's new to us, and it's probably new to the developers, and I don't know what to think. I'm kind of sad because they had given us that VEO3, and then they kind of took it away from us in our video clips, and it makes me sad. I wish that they would. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I want it back. That's what I'm going to say. Because I can't, it's harder to do stuff without it. And your videos are clunkier, and I don't know. I ain't going to a tirade about it. I did that yesterday, offline. Arlene's, let's see. Arlene says, hi, Pink Girly. They're saying hello. Arlene says, I love crafting, but I lack space and money. I found some people that love craft items but don't craft. They buy things for me to do and send them. I'm thankful for the win-wins. Yes, that's cool, Arlene. Yeah. I don't think my house, my room can hold much more, but it can always hold more paper, so don't fear there. I'll probably still be buying papers from Miss Jacqueline, and but I'm kind of cutting down on buying so many things like tablecloths and curtains, and I've got plenty of that. And then I find more when I go thrifting. But I'm kind of cutting down on stuff because I've got enough. I've got to use it. And I get the biggest kick out of my brother because he keeps saying, you just, I tell him I'm sorting. And he says, well, it looks to me like you just move things from one box to another. And I go, yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. But I'm sorting it out. I'm not throwing away, I'm sorting. I'm not going to throw away all this stuff. And I'm actually trying to find good spaces, a place for everything, so I know where it's at. I'm working on it. I'm not completely there. Let's see. Angie said she just wanted to say hello and Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. She's going back to sleep. I'm just scrolling up. Arlene is here. Kitty Jen popped in. It's good to see you, Kitty Jen. Arlene said, when the children and the grands moved out, I created a new to me tradition. On December 21st, I drag out the Christmas stuff. I drink hot chocolate and decorate while listening to Trans-Siberian Orchestra Christmas music. Don't you just love that Trans-Siberian Orchestra? When I lived up in Madison, they came through. And my friend and I went to it, and just to hear that music in person, and we're in a big auditorium, and all that sound, that big beautiful sound just fills that auditorium. I love live music anyway. I love to listen to piano music live. I always enjoyed piano music, but this is something else. And then at one point there, I just broke down in tears. One of them sang Amazing Grace. And it just, the whole sound just filled that auditorium. And I started crying. It was just so beautiful. It was beautiful. So that's a good tradition, Arlene. Trans-Siberian Orchestra. My brother is hard of hearing. So he doesn't enjoy that. He doesn't enjoy music. He's a pretty good brother, but I wish I could take him thrifting or antiquing. We'd probably fill this house though. And I started taking things over to the storage unit, and you guys, I think I messed up. I think I told you guys about this before. I wedged that padlock in such a way that I don't think I can get my key in there. And I was telling my brother about it, and he's going to try, but I think I'm going to have that padlock cut off. Oh, dear. I only got a few things in there. I've got my first load that I took over. Thank goodness my car is no longer full of boxes and stuff. Let's see. Arlene says, many years ago, the kids and I went to the casino in Reno. They had the best food I've ever had. Oh, really? Well, maybe we'll have a good Thanksgiving. We were on homeschool trip, and a stranger in Crescent City, California, told us that we should go there. So we did. Yeah. Well, we're gonna try it. I'm sure that the gambling part is probably separate from the eating part, the restaurant area. So Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm just as happy with a sandwich board as I am with a big old meal, you know. But they're young. I mean, they're younger than we are, and they still like to do things like that. And we enjoy being with them. Family is important. And if you can't be with your family, at least mentally be with them. Wish them well wherever they are. Send them blessings, mentally. And if you can, let them know you're thinking about them. ELZ. I don't know who ELZ is streaming today. Who's ELZ? Arlene, you said ELZ. I'm way up above. Teresa has a turkey breast cooking, and I'm up to the top. Let's go down to the bottom. And let me refresh chat to make sure I got the latest messages, because this is an old tablet and it doesn't always scroll the messages. Oh, hi, Liz. Liz Bent. Welcome in. 10 Light Star 01. Welcome in, welcome in. She says, I love the AI we can use. I hope the shorts watch time counts eventually toward monetization. It does. I don't think you need to be monetized to get credit for your shorts. I'm not sure how that works because I'm monetized, but research that, Lightstar, because when they first introduced shorts, I heard that you do not have to be monetized. Now, I don't know if you get credit for it or not. You can do shorts. I think you might get, I'm not sure how it works. I don't know. So go research it. You might be able to do it, but not still got paid. You might have to be monetized to get paid. I don't know. But I do enjoy the AI. I do enjoy it, but since it's still under development, when you're trying to do things that really are above the capability of what AI could do, because I'm into storytelling. I'm into storytelling on about Fibdiggity, and it's really hard to do storytelling. You can do fun little things with the AI, and I do enjoy that, but it's really hard to create a 3-minute little story, and you can spend a lot of time with it, and then it doesn't always cooperate. Like what I was saying, if you go look on my post tab, you will see where I posted a picture where it says Happy Thanksgiving from Fibdiggity. I was trying to do a photo to video on AI with that, and they didn't like the picture. And I created it with the YouTube AI, but they said, we can't process things like that. And I'm going, what do you have against people sitting at the Thanksgiving table? It was my virtual self and my virtual brother. And then I wanted to introduce my third cousin's family as moving into Fibdiggity in my virtual story. And I wanted to introduce them. And what I wanted to do, and it was almost too much because I have to describe each character. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters. And then there's the cat and the dog. And then there's the description of the dining room. And the cornucopia I wanted to be empty. And what I wanted, and I had to take out a lot, what I wanted to do was at each place setting around the table, I wanted to put like an apple, an orange, or a squash, or nuts, or whatever you would put into that cornucopia. And I wanted to put a pad and a paper with it. And then as I went around the table and introduced each person, which is what I wanted to do, but I couldn't. AI wouldn't even say Happy Thanksgiving with that picture. And I tried several others, and it wouldn't have anything to do with my pictures. What I wanted them to do was to write down one thing they were thankful for and take that note and say they had an apple on their plate, take the note and the apple and put it in the empty cornucopia. That was going to be my little Thanksgiving story. But AI wasn't having a thing to do with it, so I told the story here. Thank you, Arlene, for posting that. I appreciate you, Arlene. Shorts are challenging. Teaching crochet, but I can do it. Let's go look at your channel, Ten Lightheart. I don't think I have, let me grab my other phone here. I don't think I've shouted you out before. Are you new to me? Have you been in here before, Ten Lightheart? Then welcome in. It's good. You teach crochet? Very cool. Very, very cool. Let me sign on to my phone here. I have to get into my YouTube channel and come to my stream. Oh, turn the sound down. I can't help but feel obligated to temporarily fall back. Turn the sound down. Hallmark gives you a free trial here. Let's go to 10 Lightheart's channel. Go to channel. And let me subscribe to you. You're new to me. Let me do the all messages. And when I shout people out, when I go to the channel, Arlene, would you drop a link to her channel while I'm yakking here? I like to go to the description box the first time where they tell about themselves, and you've got a nice description in your about area. Writing text is content creation. We have a mix of quantum computing. Oh, you're right down my alley in this first sentence. Welcome in. Writing text is content creation. We have a mix of quantum computing, artificial intelligence, human beings collaborating to do these things together. Different levels of understanding. What an opening paragraph. And if you watched one of the shorts that I put up, I'm not going to go to it, just recently where I put in Fibdigity's, imagining Fibdigity's real people. I was thinking, because I had dropped a happy Thanksgiving or some note, and one of my viewers responded to it, and then right under their response was another response that said, "These aren't real people." And I'm going, yeah, that's right. They aren't real people. They're AI. They were generated. And, and then I went into my little AI rant that I love to go into because I appreciate being able to use them. But I deleted all of that. And people who criticize YouTube's AI are not welcome on my channel. You cannot like it. That's okay. That's your prerogative. But don't come into my channel and criticize it, because I think it's a good thing in the long run. That, yeah, there are issues with it and everything. But I later posted another short where I was saying, when you stop and think about our literature, our classical literature, not only classical, but things that we read growing up, Tom Sawyer, Nancy Drew, the Hardy Boys, Superman. These aren't real people, and they're not real people, but they're imaginary people that inspire you. What I was saying, people like Nancy Drew, they're words on the paper. They're descriptive words that an author who wanted to tell a Nancy Drew story put down in book form and wrote it, and well received. But Nancy Drew is not a real person that I know of. I don't think she is. She might be modeled after a real person. If that ever happened, I don't know. But Superman is not real. The Hardy Boys aren't real. Who else? Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn. These people aren't real people. So, and all that the AI is doing, like I was saying, was Tom Sawyer is a word on a paper, but it's not. He's not a real person. Over here, we have words that we put into our AI processor, and they're words that have popped out and come into. I say they come to life. The AI makes a video of them. They're not real people, but they're what's the difference? Nancy Drew here in a book or Nancy Drew here in a video? Nancy Drew is not a real person. And that's true, they're not real people. But these people that are so against AI think it's a crime if they're not real people. I wonder how the people that are criticizing this, how many books, classical literature, have they read? I haven't read them all, but I know a few. Robinson Crusoe, Treasure Island, Gulliver's Travels. These people aren't real people. And even think of our movies. Think of the movie It's a Wonderful Life. That, even though Jimmy Stewart is an actor, the person he's portraying in there is not a real person. Santa Claus isn't real. Shh, don't tell. This video is for people over 13 years old. So, I think that the opponents of AI, it's okay to be against AI and to not enjoy it or not like it, but think about it before you do. And Mary's getting off on her tirade again. Let's go back to this. You 10 Light Star, you're right down my alley, because I can tell by reading the first paragraph here that I'm going to like your channel. She says, I'm an advocate for stronger domestic violence regulations in the United States of America and federal assistance for people who have no safety net. I'm talking now about what happened to me, but it did take a while to feel comfortable and not bullied. 10 Light Star 01 likes playing around with artificial intelligence. Oh, I'm going to like your channel. Making AI artwork out of everyday, ordinary things and have over 20 years. Oh, wow. 10 Light Star 01 teaches crochet, fiber arts, basic beginner, quick, easy artwork such as painting, abstract drawing, sketches with lines, pencils, and pens. And then she's got some phrases in here. Dream Screen AI, Dream Track AI, Absolute Basic Beginner, Human Brain Rot memes. My channel is not about anything specific or any one topic. Non-legal attorney spokesman, author script, please subscribe for more. Very cool description about what your channel is about. I love to come here when I'm doing shout outs, because here's where you tell the public, your viewers, what you're all about. And I so enjoy somebody who's put in a really good description of what their channel is about. Let's go look at her channel. Now, I can't play any of the videos or shorts or anything. I usually just go and look and see what's in there. For one thing, I don't have permission, and the other thing, sometimes it plays things that I don't have. You may have copyright protection, but I may not. I've got caught a couple times playing some videos online that had music in there that I wasn't licensed for, and YouTube caught it, and you can't do that, Mary. So when I go and give shout outs, I usually first thing I do is look at the description, which they have a really good one. So we're at the home page, and YouTube started putting this for you, where they put out content that they think you might be interested in right away. And there's several videos here. And then they go into the shorts. I'd love to play. I'll go play some of these shorts later, because look at this. let me go to the shorts. I can't play any, but I can look at the, well, can I go to the shorts here? Let me go to the shorts there. Look at these shorts. Look at that number 35 there. It looks like it's animated. And you probably may not be able to see everything I'm seeing. Oh, very cool. Very cool shorts here. Look at this. Looks like some jellyfish there. You've got a lot of them. Look at that. Let me go back to your channel. I got out of it. I have to go back into my chat here. Hi, Carol. Welcome in. Steven Spielberg did AI movies. Very cool. Are you going to be working on a journal book today, Mary? I have a little journal here, Kitty Jen, that I want to work in. I'm kind of just catching up on things here. Let me get this out, show it to Kitty Jen. I've got this little Thanksgiving book here, holiday Mary Engelbright book that I Penelope back on her chair over there. I've got this little Meri Engelbright book that I disassembled, and I've been doing some holiday art in here, and I'll be doing that over the holidays. I have some of those pieces here that I want to put in there. This one and this one go in here. So I'll be doing a little later on, but I get distracted with things here. I was looking at I wanted to go back into fiction versus nonfiction. Arlene says, all fiction is figments of the imagination. And here's the thing. I want to talk about imagination because AI is imagination. But what I'm afraid of with all this negativity toward AI, that, you know, I want to encourage it's imagining these things. And like the AI helps me tell the story that I'm imagining in my head about Fibdiggity. Just like I was working on this story, and I'm kind of doing it online here with you guys, of how Ruby Rose, and I've told this story several times about how Ruby Rose and Little Bandit, was our little black cat, how they met. And I've told the story verbally. I've illustrated it in my art journals a couple years ago. But I'm trying to tell the story online on using AI. And I think I got to the 4th segment and they shut the VEO3 off. At least for me, they did. I don't know if other people have it or not. I don't know that. But I'm kind of frustrated because I can't keep developing that. I wish they'd give it back. If they don't want us to have it, I wish they wouldn't have given us to us in the first place, because I can't. They stopped me in the middle of my story. But that's a whole nother rant. Yeah, fiction, the imagination, what I'm afraid of is, and I'll say this again, those people who now I'm not talking about people in here, because I'm sure several of you have read the classics, but people come to my channel who never come to my channel. They're just random people who saw one of my shorts and decided that they didn't like AI, so they're going to toss out all this negative crap about it, you know, and I don't know them from whomever, you know, and I end up deleting their comments, and like I say, they're not welcome here. But in my heart of hearts, I'm going, how many classics have you read? Do you even realize that Tom Sawyer is not a real person either? You know, and I'm just wondering, you know, they're trying to be smart and say, I figured out that this is not a real person, and you don't understand that, so I'm going to let you know this is not a real person. And I'm sitting, of course it's not a real person, but neither's Nancy Drew. Neither is Dick Tracy. He wasn't a real person. I just get up on my... and Jimmy Stewart and It's a Wonderful Life. Jimmy Stewart was a real person, but the person that he was portraying was not real. In the movie, a lot of our movie characters, think about Scarlett O'Hara. She was not, to my knowledge, she was not a real person. She was a character in a book that was turned into a movie. Have you read Gone with the Wind? That's what I want to say to these people. And what I'm afraid of is all this negativity toward AI. I'm afraid that it's going to shut down some imagination. And we need our imagination. Every person has, and boy, Dee Dee talks about this a lot. You out there, whether you know it or not, you have an imagination. Your thoughts, and a lot of people have developed their imagination. A lot of the more creative type people have tuned into their imagination so that they can express it. And I could sit here and, like I've done before with Ruby Rose and Bandit, draw in my art journal and everything, but I cannot develop it in the same sense as I could even using YouTube's AI. And YouTube's AI is the only AI processor that I use, simply because it's available to me, and I'm a beginner. I don't know everything about AI for sure. And I'm kind of like 10 Light Star here. I like it because it's available to me. And I was shouting out her channel. Let's go look at this some more. I get sidetracked. Let's go to her channel. I was looking at the shorts. Let's look at the videos. Angel Baby, a story about my son that died. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I want to go back and listen. She just dropped that video yesterday. A story about my son that died of fatal birth defect. I'm so sorry. Got a highlight here from Awaken. I can't read the rest of it because I'm in portrait mode. Some highlights. Raising prices or higher spending, something or other. To cute pencil art frightening. You've done a lot of highlights. That's interesting. How is a trampoline waiver different from a premarital? I don't know. I'm going to have to go in and explore your videos some more. Let's go to your live. How to pen sketch a cute, frightening monster. Pen sketching. Grumpfire family. Grumpfire family sounds like you're telling a little story there. Monster sketch. Toddler doodle memories. What are your thoughts on artificial intelligence? I'll for sure watch that one. YouTube playables, Aquarium Land. I haven't done. I would love to watch this online, but I'm not going to. I haven't done any of the YouTube playables. I think I can. I just haven't. I mean, online would be fun to do that. To come online and do some gaming on my channel, but I haven't got their playlist. Politics and political opinion. Police 9/11 cops unloaded street chases. I love to watch these police car chases. They never get away. The bad guys never get away. I don't know why they even try to run. They know they're not gonna. Well, they obviously don't. They obviously think they can. But I spend too much time watching these. Usually in Arkansas and Florida. I spend too much time watching them. Comedy and humor, long videos. Or looking at the playlist now. Learn to draw basic beginner art sketching. Things a narcissist, domestic abuser husband will tell. My talentless, useless, unwatchable videos. All right, let's look at the posts. Your last tab here. Beautiful brown paper bag pen sketch. Beautiful brown paper. Looks like you were sketching on a paper bag. Sometimes things are more peaceful just keeping to yourself. You see too much. Isn't that true? Isn't that true? Hopefully I will get better, Jack, than the one I had before. The way things are going, I can't imagine that he would actually not be done. Things still just don't seem like they are supposed to be. Okay, well, it's all in development. A silent battle of a woman with no support. Oh, well, you're welcome in here. We'll support you. Those who have done me wrong have to live with that on their conscience for the rest of their life. Isn't that true? Isn't that true? I think of course, I'm a Christian by faith. I'm not saying that you have to be. I'm just saying I am. And I had some things happen to me up in Wisconsin on the job. And I'll tell you, it hurt. It hurt a lot. And but there's, vengeance belongs to the Lord. And when somebody hurts you that bad, and I'm talking about my personal experience, I decided that the Lord is going to deal with that person. I don't have to. I'm going to go on and move on and live my life the best I can. That person did me wrong. They did me wrong, and it hurt. But me trying to get back at them or do to them what they did to me, which I probably was not in a position to do anyway. But boy, let me tell you, if I had the chance, I would have, but vengeance belongs to the Lord. And there is a verse, I think it's in Romans. I don't know which, can't pull it off the tip of my tongue right now. But the more you give those things over, and I may never see how the Lord deals with that person, but in my heart, I know that person, I know the Lord's going to deal with that person in the right way. And that's my preaching for the day. Oh, you got Charles Stanley on there? My dad still loves me. The presence of my mom is still with me. The Lessons of Love, Charles Stanley. Well, I'm glad you watched Charles Stanley because, of course, he's no longer alive. His son is alive, but I used to listen to him all the time. And I think his channel is still active. I think his sermons are still active. All right, let's come back to my channel and follow some chat. But welcome in, 10 Light Star. I will definitely be going and watching your videos. I got an ad. My police stuff is all AI. I try to make it funny. Well, that's cool. I will definitely be going and there are a couple of other folks in here who are playing around with AI. Karen K. I don't think she's in here this morning, but she does van life dreaming. She tells these little stories about living in a van, and I enjoy her channel. It's Van, V-A-N, and Victor, A-N, and Van Life Dreaming. And Allie K plays with AI. I haven't seen any of her stuff, but I know she plays with it. Hi, Sherry. Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Thanksgiving. Arlene says, I still listen to Charles Stanley. I get a video in my email every week of his older stuff. That's cool. That's very cool. Carol says, hi, Teresa. They're saying hello. Let's see, who else is here? 10 Light Star, Liz Bent. She subscribed. Arlene says, big media is scrambling to squash little guys because they've gotten tired of the big media BS and have turned to the little guys. Liz says, my girl and her boyfriend are celebrating their 3 year today. I spent $30 for dinner out, and then I decided it's more like 60, so doubled it for my e-transfer. Things have gone up, up, up. Yeah. When we go out to eat, it's $25 or $30 a person for, like, when we go to a buffet or something. And I usually chip in. My brother pays for it. He'll pay for me, but then I don't feel like, so I chip in. And he takes it. You know, it's only fair. And it's not fair to, when we first went out a couple years ago for Thanksgiving, my nephew and his wife paid for all of us. And my goodness, that must have been a hunk of a bill. And we said, you guys, you got car payments and house payments. You don't need to be buying us $25, $30 meals. But you are right, Liz. Things are going up. 10 Light Star says, I don't like the legacy media because they use YouTube content ID on doing stories based on YouTube. Then they use it against YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. I was watching, I'm going to call you Light Star. I like that. Light Star. I was watching a video, an AI video where the critics came in and were attacking the video because it was AI. It's not real. We hate this AI, blah, 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 blah. And that AI video that person had put up had over 30,000 views. And I'm sitting there, you know, folks, I didn't say it to them because I didn't want to add to the fray. But I was going, the more you complain about it, the more you're telling the AI or the YouTube algorithm that this is something that people want to watch. You're just helping it. I'm going, if you really don't like it, shut up. That was my attitude on that video. That, the people who come in to my channel and complain about, I don't mind you saying you don't like it or you don't care for it. And I do understand some of the reasoning. Like I think Tina, she said this on Dee Dee's channel. She says, I don't mind AI, but I wish that they would tell me that it's AI. Now, YouTube's AI, whenever I do my AI, I put hashtag dream screen on shorts or hashtag dream screen AI. I think I've started putting both of those now. And that tells you right away. And I put it in my metadata and I put it in my description box. And when I play the music, it's down at the bottom. When I have a video that I did the create music with, it automatically puts down this music was created with AI. It tells you that it's AI. But there are people who upload AI to YouTube that do not tell you that it's AI. And I can understand somebody like Tina saying, well, I don't mind the AI, but I wish I knew that they created it using AI, so that I would know what I was watching. And I do think that's a valid complaint or a valid thought. I don't mind people who say those things. I won't kick them off my channel. Because, and if you say I just don't care for AI, I don't mind that either. But if you come in here and attack AI and say it's going to take over the world and those aren't real people, and, you know, if you say all this crap about it, you're not going to stay on my channel. I'm going to kick you off, because go someplace else and take your crap someplace else is my attitude. So, let's see. Well, let me go back up. I've noticed the YouTube multi-channel networks become anti-AI because the revenue could move to AI-specific channels. YouTube being niche topics, we need to break out of the niche content. I'm not sure that YouTube multi-channel networks, are you talking about AI networks that have their own kind of channel and they're all AI in there? Is that what you're talking? I've been invited to a couple of those. I don't join them just because, I guess I would feel lost in there. I just like telling my little fib diggity story and my little channel, my little fictional story, but I've been invited to a couple of those, and I don't have the inclination to want to be a part of them. The revenue could move to AI-specific channels, YouTube being niche topics. We need to break out of niche content. Yeah, I think I understand what you're saying there. I don't think I'm involved in all of that, so it's kind of a new area for me. Arlene says, Lightstar, I mod for a channel that was copyright struck for playing a clip of his own video. He fought it and lost. Oh, wow. I think I remember you talking about that. Yeah, fighting YouTube is, you have to kind of be sure. The only time I ever went up against YouTube was I had used some YouTube music that was from the YouTube audio library, and somebody claimed it as their own, and I appealed that. It got a copyright strike, and I appealed it because I said I got this, and I put the link in there and everything, and they backed down. I usually don't put music on my channel that's not YouTube music. I know YouTube music, they've gotten better over the years, but make sure you're licensed. I know I was doing an AI short, and I went to the Create Music, and I picked a song that was down in there that I didn't create, and I picked it and I put it on my video, and when it went to process, it gave me a copyright strike because I didn't license it. And I'm going, why did you even put it in there? They gave me the impression that I could use it copyright free, and it was not copyright free. I did not publish it. It wasn't, they caught it before the video got published, so it wasn't a big deal. But I never use that music unless I do the actual Create Music. Happy USA Thanksgiving, Liz says. You too, Liz. Happy, I don't think don't sound like you're in the, let's go to your channel. I don't think I've ever, are you I don't think I'm Liz Bent. My love is recycling. Let's give her a shout out. Let me come back to my channel. Liz Bent, let me see. Liz Bent 4557. Let's go to your channel and give you a shout out. Well, I'm out of it now. Let me come back. Welcome in, welcome in. I like to do shout outs. A lot of you are new in here, new to me. Let's go to your channel, Liz. Go to channel. Healing is recycle crafting. Liz Bent, 4557. My love is recycling. Let's go to the more. Oh, you have a nice description too. Good for you. She says, my love is recycling, putting things together. Give cardboard an extended life as a box for a Happy Mail. Organizers using recycling food containers and junk journals filled with fun fussy cuts. Sustainable art is inspired by my lovely aunts. AUNTS. My craft has taken different turns, having made winter dance items to pieced blanket tops, creating my own craft room containers and shelves, and using a variety of glues and tapes. Sometimes I enjoy telling little stories. Oh, I like that. Well, I work having grown up in the spoken word world. Spoken word world. Good for you. I started posting to give my friends a way to watch and to learn how to recycle craft. I have a son and a daughter, so making things for each of them is important. Cars is a favorite. Would do cars all day long. Thrift stores are sources for old books, old magazines that could well be tossed in recycling. I become lovely elements in rather rough journals. My goal is to inspire, leaving lots of room for people to improve upon my ideas in their crafts. Very good description, Liz. Let's go back to her channel. Let me subscribe and do the all messages. Arlene, if you're out here, if you would drop a link to Liz's channel if you haven't already, I'd appreciate you, Arlene. Her latest video was Route 66 Junk Journal Construction. Oh, how cool. Yeah, Route 66 goes from Chicago down through, is it Illinois and Missouri? And I think they go down south and then they cut across and go to California, don't they? I lose track after they leave Chicago. No, I think I went on the old Route 66 down in Missouri when I went down to someplace down that south to visit friends when I was younger. Just me crafting at my table, finishing masterboards, recover New Testament little book using Dollarama items. Tip 22, fitting the large calendar pictures into a journal. That might be an interesting one to watch. New 2526 journal. Sanatorium journal. Let's fill a journal with a variety of papers. Tip 21, building soft cover. You like to journal a lot, don't you? Tying together junk journals. Adding elements, harvesting Somerset Life. I don't harvest them. I have a library of old ones that sometimes I order the back issues. Sometimes I get the new ones. Prince of Egypt. You got a lot of interesting content. Shorts. Let's look at your shorts. Route 66. And of course, I'm really hesitant to play them, but looks like a lot of interesting ones on your shorts. Very cool. And live streams. Streamed three weeks ago. Was that your first live stream? It was just about an hour. And posts. Oh, thank you. Thank you for posting. Healing is crafting 18 hours ago. Miriam and Diana. Oh, you post a lot of live streams. Here's Beth Schuler's. Did you find me from Beth? Liz? Print over print. Gel printing. That sounds interesting. Oh, thank you. This was my stream from the other day. Wax seals and silicone molds. There's those two images I want to add to my holiday journal. Liz, welcome in. And you too, Light Star. Let me come back to my chat and get caught up with you guys. I should probably think about doing some art today, huh? Let's refresh my chat stream. Chat filter. All messages. If I can get rid of this, there we go. Oh, there's Lucia! Lucia, I missed your birthday. Lucia's birthday, well, I might have sent you one from Facebook. Lucia's birthday was November 18th. Happy birthday, Lucia. Lucia is a longtime friend. She says, I like to recycle too. Welcome in, Lucia. Happy Thanksgiving. Let me tell you, I think one of the first times that I met Lucia is she was with her family and they were watching a holiday parade. And I felt like I was right there with them. You were with your grandson, I think. I think you were with your grandson, who is now grown and flown the coop. She just finished making breakfast, Jacqueline says. Arlene says she needs coffee. I do too. I haven't had any coffee this morning. Lucia says, hi, Arlene. I like to recycle. They're saying hello to Lucia. Lucia says hello to Liz B. I like that she called her Liz B. Oops, got an ad for an attorney. We don't need an attorney. Arlene dropped a link to Liz's channel. Arlene says, Stephen paid for whatever YouTube has that gives copyright-free music. But a year later, he got a strike because YouTube approved was no longer approved. Wow. Yeah, I just don't mess with it because it's so touchy. When I use music at all, I have been playing with the YouTube AI music, but even then it's touchy because you can add the music to your video, but you can't download your video after you add the music to it. You can download it, but you can't play it. It's unplayable. And yeah, I tried ways to get around it, but it's not the best. I don't know why they do that. I don't know if it's a glitch or and they don't tell us. They don't tell us whether I'm sure that they've heard about it and they know about it. I don't know if it's intentional or not. But I like their music. I like their lyrics. I like to create them. And sometimes I'd play the music with one phone and hold the other phone and record the music and then attach it to my file that I uploaded. But I tried to download that the other day and it was unplayable. So I might put a few videos up there that have create music in there, but I don't know. When they play those type of games, it's like they're taking control of my video just because they added their music to it. And I'm not sure I'm liking that. I don't need the music that much. But I do like what they do. I like their Create Music app. But I don't like the idea that I can't download my video after the music is attached to it. So, and I can understand if they create the music, it's really not my music, it's their music, but it's not their video. So if they're going to put it into an app that we're using to create videos, they should realize that, hey, you said I could use this, so I want to, and you shouldn't take control of my video because, see, that's my attitude. But Liz says, I was invited to join networks too, but networks want to keep your video. See, that's what stops me, Light Star. Copyright is still very much a topic for discussion with AI, but I like doing my own thing on my own channel. Yeah, I think you're probably wiser to stay away from those networks, but that's up to you. I wonder if Billy Graham was a real pastor or a pretend pastor. I think Billy Graham was very real. I think he's probably up there in heaven having a happy Thanksgiving. But now his messages are probably, if you see, I don't know if anybody attempts to, see, this is getting back to Tina's. If you're going to, and AI can do that. I don't personally do that. I did a little cartoon of Albert Einstein, but, Albert Einstein's image is also in, well, I doubt that Billy Graham's image is in the public domain. He might be someplace out there on Wiki, but you should know if AI grabbed the image of Billy Graham and put it in a video, you should know that that's not really Billy Graham. If they're making him preach something that's, Billy Graham didn't preach, then you should know that that was AI. But the real AI, Billy Graham was a real person. He was an evangelist. And Charles Stanley is a real person. Now, there might be AI videos using their images, but that's getting back to what Tina was saying. And she said that on Dee Dee's channel. I happened to be in the chat that day. And I think that's very understandable. I do think that there should be a law. There ought to be a law that you can't upload content portraying people, real people, without telling your audience that this is not really them. It's an AI image of them. I can go along with that. And I understand people who get frustrated by not knowing. I understand that. So AI is a new field. It's new and it's hitting us hard, especially this year. It's hitting us hard. I was reading a Google ad where all these big companies like Amazon and all the big tech companies are competing for AI resources. YouTube, that may be why YouTube's AI is kind of flaky sometimes. Maybe they just don't have the resources that, because they're out there competing for resources too. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, got an ad. Sherry Dan says, Happy Thanksgiving. Carol said, Happy Thanksgiving. Lightstar said, I've made a crochet giant monster. Trex. T-R-E-X. Is that like the prehistoric monsters? Crochet. And they prompt things to me. I might crochet one day. Yeah, that's a good use of AI. We're on an AI topic right now. But, AI can be very inspiring. You can generate a picture and you can do a piece of art based off of that generation, and it can inspire it the same way as if you went to an art gallery and looked at a picture in an art gallery. So I think that's a legitimate use of AI. Stanley and Dr. Spurgeon, Liz is saying, they're saying good morning to Carol and Sherry. Sherry says, hi, Mary and everyone. Now we're back into where I was. Okay, let me move on a little here. I still have my Hobby Lobby haul to show you. I got a lot of wax stuff because it was on sale, but I like this. I do tatting. I need to get back into doing my tatting. But I like this Artiste crochet thread. I tat with it. It's size 10. And it's Egyptian cotton. This tats up real nice. But it's usually like $2.68. And they've marked it down to $1.99. And whenever I go to Hobby Lobby, I grab a couple. I really don't need any more, but I grabbed a couple the other day. And I grabbed some little Santa napkins. I got 3 packages of Santa Claus napkins. What's this? Oh, these were on sale. I always look at the end caps because they put their clearance items. These were they're little hair clips, but I was watching our tatting Katia and Tammy both use these when they're tatting, sometimes to hold the threads. They'll use a little hair clip. I think theirs are bent. I might be able to bend these. And that's that sack. That's all I got in that sack. That's not the wax stuff. Obviously. And a young man checked me out. He was very nice. I wished him happy Thanksgiving. Now, I'm not going to get into the wax stuff right away because I want to do some journaling. Kitty Jen said, Mary, ain't going to do any art journaling? This is the smaller. This other one that I had, is it out here? Yeah. See, I got this one off of Amazon. Hold on. See, this one is larger. I think it's more narrow, but I think this is more for resin. And then this one, I'm going to take this off. Clip it off here. Is that? What is that? Oh, it's a snap. What did they put a little snap on that for? I don't know. Wasted their plastic. They could have used this staple. I'm going to throw that away. Got to get used to throwing stuff away. But these are smaller in diameter. They're a little bit deeper, but not much. So I'm going to try some of these. And they were with the wax seal. So there were 4 wax seals. See, it says wax seals. Wax seal silicone mold. 20 cavities. So I got that. This one I got off of Amazon, but I don't like it because my wax seals, I have one out here. They fill up. And then when I put my tool in there, this happens to be a larger tool. Not all my tools are, this is a rectangular one. I don't have a, but the wax will, when I put my seal in there, it pushes the wax and I get really thick rims on these. I don't care for it. I don't know what's going to happen with these. But it was only like $1.29, so I got it. I got some of these little wax seals. These were $6, but there's 24 pieces. I got those. I bought a candle warmer, and I got another spoon there. And I bought a couple of extra spoons. I bought those before I went to the thrift store. So I've got plenty of spoons now. And then I got a little silicone mat. That was only 99 cents. And I did buy some wax pellets there. And I got these. I think these are kind of they're either a light bronze or a sage green wax pellets. Is what I went in there for. And here's another package of white. And these are not with wax. They're just little handmade with love tags. And I think that's all I got. So I'm going to put these back in my bag. We're not going to play with them right away. I want to do some art journaling. Kitty said, Mary, are you going to do any art journaling today? I came for the art journaling. Let's see, I'm going to put my spoons. I'm going to put this stuff in here. All right. When I work with the wax seals, I'll get that stuff out again. So I am working in my little Christmas journal here. I want to put these in. And I started this signature. I made the signatures the other day out of Jacqueline papers. And I broke apart a Mary Engelbright Over the River and Through the Woods book. Here, put a little, and I have some stray pieces that I'm using. Little pieces that I find when I've been sorting. This is a Tim Holtz thing. I drew a door and put an old piece of my tatted that wreath. And I think that's as far as I got the other day. I made a flip out of it. Which one is? This one's a flip. This one is a flip. And this is I'm trying to leave as much of Mary Engelbright's work. I'm not trying to alter her pages because I like them. This one you have to turn upside down to read. And this is the original. And the original. This is an old recipe. And I'm right here. I think I'm going to put... Now, let me get stuff here. To reach for it. Where are my Santa Clauses? Let me reach my little bucket of... Oh, I have to stand up. I put it way across the room. Hold on. Oh, my Santa Clauses. Let me get my Santa Clauses out of the way. My pan. They're going to go out in the other room. So when I sort, I find all sorts of scrappy stuff because I don't toss a lot. And I might tear a piece of this now. Hold on, I'm getting a hold of stuff here. Okay, this is some more. And I had a box. Too. Let me get to it. Is it down here? On the very bottom. I don't know what I did with my box. I'm not going to hunt all over for it. Alright, I can't put my hands on it right now. I had a box of stuff I wanted to use. But this is all kind of scrappy stuff that I'm saving. Here's some lace and stuff I want to use, so it's kind of a journal. This is a tag I think I came in with some of Jacqueline's stuff. Not all of it's scrap, it's just stuff. Here's some music. Some papers. Here's some washi tape that I made. Let me put it over here. Here's some little gold things. Okay. I need room. All right, let's see. Well, I know I want to put this on there. This is not Christmas music. It's White Rose, but I don't mind that. Let's tear the... And... let's put it this way. And I'm going to use this. And how about a little piece of that fabric? So it's just stuff that I have around. Oh, you know what? Let me grab that. Let me grab this. I'm going to tear this. I got on clearance. And this was full price. And I like to tear up these little county register niggies. So let me tear some scraps off. I bought it to use. About a yard of it. Let's see what I want. I think I'll tear it vertically down this way. Right down here. I might have to stop at a certain point. Oh, right there. I'm going to stop. I tore into my postcard, but that's okay. I didn't snip it enough. These scissors, if you use them too much for other things, they don't cut fabric very well anymore. I'd like to tear my fabric. Okay, we'll use that. I might come back to it later. I'll get it off my desk. I paid all my bills the other day, and I was so proud of myself. I went to the little, it's not a craft store, it's a fabric store, and they have other things in there too. I buy my needlework magazines in there. This was half price, so I took what was left on the bolt. It was like, she said, I think she said it was 1 2/3 yard. Now I'm going to have to tear the salvage separately. Let me tear some of that first. And then let me tear some of this, maybe down to there. And we'll get a pretty big piece here, because I got plenty of this. And I got more that I purchased several months ago. I love this tape measure fabric. There we go. And I'll fold that up after the stream. So, let's tear a piece of tape measure here. I like to make washi tape out of this. I'm not going to do that right now, but I'll be making some washi tape out of this fabric. I might save that for another page. Put this on here. Like so. Let's take this out and work on it. Work on that signature. Hold on. All right. Oh, this is my woven page. I had all these strips of paper and they were bothering me, so I made a paper weaving. Working on that signature though. I'm working on this one. And look, I've got I think before I put this on, I'm going to put something in that. Hold a minute. See, the thing is when you do this sorting, you forget where you put things as you sorted them. Where's that other sack? No, it's way over there. Let me stand up. Here, we'll use this red cushion. Of course, Craft-A-Lanch. Craft-A-Lanch. Get me a space to work here. What I got here is this is notebook paper that Jacqueline dyed. And I've got the little holes here. And I almost want to, I don't have my tatting needles in here. Can I twist this? And would it stay? If I tied it, it would stay. Let's tie a knot. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I just want to make a little dangle. What am I going to put on it? Let's find something to put on. Let's put some littles on there. Here's a little holly. All right, wait, we're getting there. Hold on. Meri doesn't plan out these papers. I just grab and create. I got all this little stuff that needs to be used. These were inchy scraps, I think, out of a piece of gold painty fabric, painty paper. And where's that? Washi. We'll put it on both sides. And I'm going to use it's dry washi. I'm sure this came on an envelope. Somebody sent me this on Happy Mail, probably on a Christmas card. Oh, look, here's a star I could use too. Hold on. We got a star. Star on one side of this. Let me put that on another one. I'll make a couple of little dangles here. I'm creating on my page. And I don't bother to smooth this glue out. I probably should. Get a hold of a burnt matchstick here. Do I need to zoom in? Maybe I should zoom in just a little. I zoomed in the other day and my phone fell off of the clamp and it jarred my camera and I haven't gotten it fixed yet. I don't know if it's fixable. So I'm using my other phone to stream with. I've got two going here. I think I'll put the star on this one. And it'll be holly on the other side. There we go. Now I want to put these on here before I put my and I should probably reinforce these with music. Where's that strip I tore off? Well, maybe it was not the entire. So I guess I'll use use it this way. I just want to reinforce that because I know the string will tear it. Could probably use this. Now, and while we're at it, I lost my other charm. I lose things so fast. I lost my little fabric one. Where'd he go? Might have to make another one. I can always use them. And then I want my Penelope. I want a big needle. Now let's go ahead and did the charm get stuck on here? There he is. Can I poke him in there? Really, this should be the top of the page. I should be doing it like this. That's not going to stick. Because I should have these dangling down. So let me put another piece on this side. Why is it? Sunflower. I have all these scraps and I can't find one I like. Get this out of there. There's a little piece of cardboard. Do it that way. And of course, I'm doing it on my paper again. There. That might need a little bit more. I'm just patching this up, you'll see. Patch that up a little bit more. I want it to be strong enough to hold these. Now, where did I put my needle? It's on I threaded it. I don't want, let's do it this way. Is that going to be enough? I think so. Now, I want it to dangle. And actually, I'm going to take the other side of this and put it over here. I don't mind this because I'm going to cover this all up. I'm just strengthening the paper so that glue on my fingers. I want it to dangle. A little. Hold on to that for me. Thank you. And I don't care where the threads end up at. paper there that's causing me an issue. Now I'll be putting, probably bring these down maybe. Can I bring those down? Move this up. Like that. And let these fall this way. And let those dangle. Let me cut this a little bit shorter. Now I'll be putting something across there, but I'm going to do this one, which is this. And I don't think I have enough to do what I want to do. But I have enough to, on my needle, to do this. Whoops, I need it longer. Now this isn't going to be perfect in any sense of the word, but I'm just going to do a little using up my thread on my needle. I unthreaded it. Pulled it right out of my needle. Luckily, it's a big eye. I don't think I can go clear across, so I'm only going to go halfway. Oops. I needed to make an extra little stitch in here. And I think that'll hold if I just make a little teeny loopy knot here. Get in there. You don't want to pull this too tight or you'll tear your paper. You do want to tighten it though. There. Give Penelope the needle back before I lose it. Now this is going to come down this way. And then I've got that other one, and I want to come down this way, and then I'm going to put something across here. Probably some red tape measure. That one this way. So I gave you the needle back too soon, Penelope. I need it back. And this is more than just slapping images down on the paper. When I do this stuff, I get all involved in it. I guess I'll make another long one. Do I want a long one? I don't know. We'll see what I want here. And go hang it this way. Might not have been long enough. We shall see. I got a loop up here though. That's a good thing, I think. Yeah. Why did you have to get caught in there? What are you doing? You're over here in your own world. That loop, I don't think that's going to do me any good. I'm going to take it out of there. I'm going to go over this one more time. Unthreaded my needle. I do that a lot, even when I'm tabbing. Unthread my needle. It's really too short of a thread to do what I'm doing here. I wanted to hook it on there. And then tie it. Now I'm going to unthread it on purpose. Where did it go? Now I don't have my Christmas washi out. I might have some in my drawer. I think I'll put that tape measure fabric over this. I want that hang down and let that hang down. And then I'm going to take this that I tore off, wherever it went off to. That to hang down that way, and that to hang down that way. That right in there. But before I do that, then I want to put this. No. I think I can put that on separate. And I want these to fall in there. Okay. Now, if I made washi tape out of it, that would be nice, but I didn't. I just tore it, so I'm going to glue it on there. And I'm using this fine art glitter glue. I need a paper towel. I'm not going to bother with smashing it down. Put that right in there. Yeah. No. Let's go ahead and I could bring this over this way and do this side. I think I will. Put my needle back to Penelope. She said, "Don't lose my needles." Yeah, I get it clogged up. Oops, got a lot on that. Let's smooth that out a little. And I don't mind it ruffling up a little there. I could put some glue under there. She says she doesn't mind, and then she goes and tacks it down. All right, I'm happy. Got a little piece left there. Might do something with that. Now, I don't want all this hanging down. I'm just going to snip it there. I think I'll snip this one too. All right. So I got some dangles. Now I thought what I'd like to do, let me get a paper towel. Wherever they went off to. They were here. Here they are. Let's bend a little more. Like the nozzle of my glue bottle off. My pin in there. And what I thought I would do is see what kind of this is. I buy, when I go to the quilt store, I get these little county register. All this calm, all this bite, but see what kind of an illustration I have in here. Top 10 traditional holiday song list. I'm looking for something to use. We're going to make this star. I don't know if I'm going to make it this morning. How much time do I have? I only got 45 minutes. I'm going to work in my journal. Here's a tree. Holiday bucket list. Christmas tree decorating tradition. I'm gonna cut this. Well, first I'll cut it out. And then I like that candle too. Let's take this whole page. Cut it. And another thing you can use is go to your newspaper, because they usually have some holiday articles in there. If you have a daily newspaper, my brother gets the daily paper. And that's fun to put articles in. There's a new little store in our area called Small Town Famous. Let's see. I don't think this whole article will even fit on a page. But I could fold it, but let's cut this one this way for now. Size it down a little. More workable. And this is fun because I know this paper is local to Nebraska. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to cut this or how. Now this is not really a December daily. I'm calling this a holiday journal. I'd like to get it done before I start on my December daily. That's questionable because I don't work fast and I get sidetracked an awful lot. Now this is not all going to fit on here, but I could get most of it on there. And I could... Well, I want the stitching to show, though. And I have this guy. I could do something like this and put this over it just for... But I hate covering that up. And if I stop my... There, I stop right here, which is good because it stops right at the end of a... I won't get the entire tree on there, but that's okay. Half that tree can go over on this side. So, I'm going to fold this right here. And I'm going to tear it. How much do I want? So pick up your freebie papers, because even though there are a lot of advertisements in there, there's still things like this you can use. Now this is talking about Christmas decorating traditions, which you traditionally a lot of families do in right after Thanksgiving. It goes right over the tree, but that's okay, it dangles. And that'll dangle. And I don't think I'll put this piece on this page. I think I'll leave the text. Let's tear this. Right here, I believe, on the fold. And I'm not going to use my fine art glitter glue on that. I'm going to use a glue stick. Pen Plus Gear glue stick from Walmart. I find they work pretty well. That string. What's he doing there? Oh, that's not a string. That's the red line of the... Now, it's kind of a shame to cover up this beautiful paper, but I also have it on the other sides. So, I'm going to get my dangles out of the way. Get my ruler out of the way. Let's get it straight, Mary. I never get things straight. And my glue's starting to fade away on me here. Boy, I didn't get it straight from the get-go, did I? There we go. There we go. I kind of like that. That'll fall down that way. Now, I have here someplace this little piece of washi that I made, and I think that'll fit right in there. And it's double-sided tape, I believe. I can get it off. Maybe I'll go on the other side and cut it. And then use a pen. Now, it's been a while since I made this, so I'm not sure what shape this is in. But it is sticky. There we go. Now it's kind of, because I don't have anything on the other side, it's kind of wobbly. But when I put something over here, which I'm thinking, if I can find it here, I've got stuff with me. Where did I put it? Did I put it up above? My other piece of fabric. But I don't know if I want to cover that entire page, because I could leave the borders there. I could make a flip. I like that idea. Let's cut this. Tear cut. There. And then on this, I'm going to turn it upside down so that when I flip it, this will be right side up. And I could put my other side of my tree, which is holiday bucket list. On the back of this. Let's tear this down. Let's just put this like this. And we'll take care of that title. Well, we might not get that whole title on there. Let's tear the title off. Right, it's a so this is going this way. You flip it up like that. Let's get this out of the way. So it's upside down. And then this will come here. Now, do I want it? I think if I pull it just a little, it will fit on. There might be a couple of so. And then when you flip it, it'll flip that way. But I think I'm wondering if I shouldn't just take that tree off. No, I like it. I like the tree there. Now, how am I going to put it on? I think I'll put it on with my Yes paste. And that means my spatula. Oh, geez. It's very, I think I put it in the, where is it? I was here this morning. There it is. No, those are the spoons. I'll find my spatula here. Hold on. Let's back up them papers here. And a spoon. Where's my spatula? My ruler. Paper. I had it here this morning. There it is. And I did a little straightening along the way. A little. It's not, there's no room in the end. My desk gets filled up quite fast. Pull one out and they all come. All right. So I'm going to put the Yes paste on here. Yes paste has gotten quite expensive. I'm glad I got this when I did. It's up to like $50 some now. Used to be 38. And I use my Yes paste pretty liberally. Ouch. And I usually apply it with a spatula. Oops, and you got to be careful with these thinner papers. I call it a glue stick in a jar. And I try to get off of the sides first because when you glue, you get a lot of glue on the sides of your jar. Try to use that stuff up on pieces like this. And I'll have to probably go in and glue the corners down. All right, so this is upside down. That's the way we want it. And we want this side right side up, so that when we flip it, we can read it. And I didn't need to glue clear out to the edge, but I did. And that's sticky. Let me get a scrap paper here. I don't want to cut that with my scissors and Get my scissors all gummy. See, and that just strengthens this piece. So when I flip it, I can read the Thanksgiving and New Year's. Go Christmas shopping, volunteer at the soup kitchen. These are things you can do over the holiday. But I'm going to cut this. And I would tear it, but it's paper. I'll just cut it. There we go. I'll throw that away. All right. So, where's my lid? I put it above, and now I can't find it. Did it slip down? Here it is. Try to keep your lid on your glue as much as you can. Sometimes I forget. Tighten it up the best you can. All right, so now I'm back to my page on the back side here. And I'm going to make a flip. And that way I can save some of the beautiful paper, and I think I'll put one of those pieces on here that I have a wax. I don't know if I want to put the wax seal on there though, because it could stick. So we'll think about that. So this could really be stitched. Wonder if I could stitch through that. I got glue in there. But I think I could either glue it or stitch it. The stitching would match. What did she decide? What time is it? It's 8:41. I've just got about 20 minutes here. I'm not a fast crafter. Penelope, where are you going? And I do think I'll use a double thread. I've got quite a long one. And we'll see how this works. I'm going to leave a dangle there. Ouch. Yeah, it's not cooperating. There we go. I'm just going to take some stitches across the top here. it's not completely straight, but I think I want it to hang straight, so it might take me a bit to do this because I'm going through several layers. And I got that guy. I guess he's okay. See if I can't stay on this line or close to it. I'm going through several layers and I'm going through Yes Paste and Fine Art Glitter Glue. So it's a little bit harder to stitch. Get my needle through it. Once that point goes through, the rest of it follows. I probably could. Let's try something here. I can find it. No, I dropped my, it's on the floor. I dropped my holder that held my awl the other day, and everything spilled out, and I obviously did not find my awl. I don't know if this pokey tool, I think it's just a needle. I don't know if it's strong enough to get my, poke some holes in there for me. Ouch. I don't know if I'll find them on the way back. That looks pretty tough in there. That one went in good. Owie. This came from Sharon Lombard. Isn't that pretty? It's a pokey tool. And this, I got that cardboard in there. This will at least help it. Go one more and stop. I might have trouble finding my way back, but let's see what this, if this helps me any. Finding it on this side is a trip. Yeah, I moved it. I moved it, so they aren't going to match up. I'm just going to put one in there. Oh, I guess I found it. Guess I should have done it as I went. Now my needle's stuck in there. I should have probably stitched this before I put it on, but I don't think of those things. Should be right in there. I'm almost there. Yeah, my needle's getting a little gummy from, if I can straighten this out before I just got a couple more stitches to do. I like it there, and it's going to hold my piece together, but it was a little bit of trouble to do this. A little bit of trouble. Get in there. It's trying. It's through that cardboard. That's having an issue with it. One more. Get in there. It doesn't show so much on this side. Now I just need a tiny stitch. Boy, that's really tough stitching. That is tough stitching. Don't do that again. What time is it? It is 8:51. I think Lori Pink Girly is coming on at... Let's get this untangled. At 9, I believe. I saw her in here earlier. Now I should have a little stitch here to go through. Well, let's do another one just for... There we go. Now my thread is doubled. I'm going to clip it, give it a long dangle. My paper towel buried under everything. Put a little hand sanitizer on it and clean my needle. It's got some gunky on it. There we go. You can have it back, Penelope. Well, I didn't get to any of the wax seals. Now, I'm gonna make me another little dangle. I don't think that used all my I'm very wary about where I'm putting my wax seal stuff because I don't want it to, I need something Christmassy. Train myself to use a glue spreader here. So today is Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. I think tomorrow morning I will work on wax seals. Maybe work on a little bit of this. I will stream tomorrow morning. Well, shoot, kaboot. Oh, come on, Mary. Don't forget, I posted it up above. Jacqueline will be selling tomorrow, she said. She usually starts around 4 Eastern. And I'm sure she'll probably have some Christmas stuff, knowing Jacqueline. Now, there's one more thing I want to do, and that's put something under here. So, you know what I have is this candle. Rituals, light, advent calendars, winter solstice. But I like that candle. I'm wondering, I'm going to tear this. Well, I don't know if I want to tear. I'm going to fold this. This says Evergreen Crafts and Become Inspired. I think I'm just going to simply fold this. Is that going to be? No, I'm going to have to. I want to fold it in such a way that it looks decent. She said. Now what we need is a pocket. And I don't want to use that. Let's see what else I have in here that's big. It's not quite big enough. A Christmas card would work. This would work. There's nothing on the back. Don't tell me you're going to stitch it again. No. This comes way up. I think I'll put it like that, but I need it to form a pocket. That's pretty. I don't think I have any the frame. I have some Christmas cards. I'm not quite happy with that. I think I got these as a free gift from Rebecca. See what else I have in here. There's a smaller one. And we cut that off, but that would be okay. Or I could cut it off over this way and make my pocket go that way. I think I got 2 of these cards in here. I think Rebecca Wills sent this to me as a free gift of some cards. It says, gift to altar. Come on, get in there. It says 25 cents, but I think she sent them to me as a gift. I should be getting another package from her pretty soon. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for a package from Jacqueline. Alright, I'm going to put it on this side, and we're going to right about here. There's the other side of that card. I'll put a card here. Now, it comes up further. Now, do I want to make it 3-sided and let that fit in? I don't know. I would rather, I'm thinking, well, I don't want to tear the church. That would fit. And I could still tear out the little article. I'm going to try putting it down with my fine art glitter glue. I don't know if it will be strong enough to hold it, but we're going to try it. And I did such a great job of cutting that straight. I don't know. Where'd you learn your cutting skills? I'm deciding whether I want it to go in this way. It would make more sense for it to go in that way, but will this fit? Yeah. All right, so I'm going to glue it along these edges. What time is it? It's 9:04. If Lori comes on, Paint Girly, please go on over there. I want to finish this page. I just have to glue this down. I want to thank you guys for spending a part of your Thursday morning with me. This is going to be my goodbye. I will be on tomorrow morning. I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to put this little article about the Advent in there. And what happened to my other? And then this side is all about trimming the tree, Christmas traditions. So I'm going to let this side be my thumbnail. I'll let that hang down. I'll let this hang down. This one goes on the other side. I'm going to flip this over for now. So thank you guys. Have a great Thanksgiving. And I see Legia in here. Hi, Legia. Thanks for popping in. So I think Paint Girly is probably on. Hop on over and enjoy Paint Girly. Another day in Fibdiggity. Yes, ma'am. And Lightstar, I think I'm going to enjoy your channel. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Have a great, don't eat too much. Don't eat too much. Bye, everybody.